I don't think I felt any pressures leading up to the Olympics because I'd been in the Air Force the year before and stationed at Uxbridge, and when the Olympic team got into Uxbridge, it was home from home as far as I was concerned.
The most important thing is winning. I go to every race to win. Confidence is a big factor, especially in sprinting. I don't go to take part. There's just no point in training as way I do if we just go to take part.
I don't think I feared anything, because it was sport, it was fun. I didn't plan races in those days, I'm afraid. It's a question of getting out of trouble at the start, because I've always been a bit of a weed, and at the start of the 800 metres, in the Olympics particularly, it was going into the bend, and there was a great clash of bodies, and I didn't come out of it awfully well.
I don't really have any fears. Obviously, the fear of getting beat, but if you've done the training, you've got the training behind you, you've got the confidence to go out there and perform at your best. So obviously the pressures that you face is the pressures to make the team, to perform well. You've got to train well, you've got to perform well, you've got to eat the proper food. There's a lot of pressures that come from all sorts of directions, but you just got to handle them as best as you can. On the line, it can get a bit lonely because obviously you're training with your training partner, you've got your coach when you're at the track. But when you're on the line, you're by yourself, you're focused on what you need to do. Any little thing that can take your focus away, you just got to ignore it and you just got to be ready and prepared.
When I'm running, I wasn't conscious of noise at all. I'd been to a big meeting up at Glasgow where there was a great crowd. That was the biggest crowd I'd ever run in front of, I suppose. And no, I wasn't impressed by the crowd. And when I got to Wembley, I just didn't think about it.
Because I'm so focused on what I need to do, I don't really hear anything else. Sometimes I've got my headphones on, I'm listening to my music. That just blocks everything else external out.
I enjoyed running because it was a social sport. I met a lot of interesting people. We had a lot of fun. We went on quite interesting trips, probably small-scale trips compared with what they do nowadays. But no, it was good fun, and we'd often go to a meeting, we'd stay at a nice hotel, we'd have a nice meal afterwards. And this meant a lot just after the war, when we'd been on rations.
People get caught up in the competition because they're going there to compete. At the end of the day, we're competitors. We're not going there just for the experience. We are going there for the competition. So.
I don't envy them because the ideals have all changed. Rereading a note of someone who was writing in athletics, he'd bring his boys back from a cross-country race, and he was talking about how he came sixth in a cross-country race himself. And his son said, well, what did you get for it? He said, I didn't get anything. So they said, well, why did you bother? You see, kids think that you've got to get something out of it, like money. And what we gained out of it was a lot of fun. We met some very interesting people.
Money's being thrown into sports all over the place. So if people want to have a career and do well and be successful, and people are willing to give them money, I don't see any problem in that at all. I don't know anybody from the 1948 Olympics, no.
I'm not excited about 2012 because I don't know of anyone that's going to be taking part. And for me, athletics was a social sport.
I went to Beijing. Unfortunately, I didn't get to run. But I know I've seen what the atmosphere is like and how big it can be. So it being in London, I think it'll give me that extra 20–30% that, I saw the Chinese athletes get.
I'm not really all that excited about it. In fact, I'm not excited about it because it's not the same sort of thing that I was involved with.
2012 Olympics means it means a lot to me. It's close to my borough. Like when I come out my front door, I can kind of see the top of the stadium. So it's really exciting. All my training and preparation is geared towards that. Everything is geared towards 2012.